All right, and we're back once again. If you're just now joining us, we thank you for bearing with us. It's Braden Husby on the 4-on-4 period. Or 4-on-3 rather, 4-on-4 again. A shot from the slot off the post, GCU. Nearly tying it. That's post number 4 on the night, Colby Jaquette. Ringing iron, and Mason Kelly pulling up the truck stick on Braden Husby in the neutral zone. So the only thing you missed was a huge Doug Wakeland flying poke check in, a pair of 2 and 10s, and a loose puck out in front. Caden Hendrickson can't whack it towards the goal. So 2 and 10s assessed to a pair of players, Luke Backel of UNLV and Jack Dolan of GCU after a bit of a dust up, and that shot steered aside by Wakeland. Owen Hansen gets bumped by Baker, and Baker looks a bit shaken up. And he is, Luke Baker, one of the goal scorers tonight, shaken up after bumping Hansen. Now Peltier still with it, broken up by Nagra. Back to full strength for each team, and Baker going to the bench as UNLV ices a puck, and they're not too happy about that one.
Well, what's the ruling? Does it have to be, if you send it before the penalty comes back out, what's the ruling, right?
Well, they're full strength certainly there. They just had a guy, UNLV had a man down the ice, and that's what they're doing now. They're taking the icing call back, and they're putting the face-off out at center ice. So the officials realize their mistake. Joey Carolla, the captain, talking to the linesman, and they're shaking their heads in acknowledgement. And we still have some more conversation. And now we're finally going to get back underway, this time at center ice, and fell for the hezzy, everybody did.
It felt like a good 3 or 4 minutes they were chatting, the officials with their coaches, while we were off the air there too, trying to sort out this penalty.
Once again, 2 minutes and a 10-minute misconduct for Jack Dolan and Luke Backel. We're going to see if Luke Baker will return to the ice. He just left, shaken up. And Oakland with a drive into the chest of Wakeland. Oakland looking for his first, or second rather, of the night. His first coming earlier on the power play, a redirection out front. So I believe there might be a clock issue, is why we're waiting. And we're still waiting here for whatever's going on. And now we got a little bit more discussion. We'll take a look at the Ben Oakland goal again. A shot from the point, redirected. Yep, that was Ben Oakland right in front. There was a pair of Antelopes in the shooting lane there. But Ben Oakland looks like he angled the blade of his stick to tip that up and over the shoulder of Doug Wakeland. So we're still having a discussion here.
Having a yap session at this point.
A bit of a podcast in the game. The linesman talking to the GCU coaching staff, and everyone kind of going for a skate.
Asking, so when you called those 2 2s and 2 10s, or the 2 and the 10 for those players, what was going through your mind when that happened?
I mean,
the ref.
There's probably a lot to sort out. They're talking to the scorers table still. I wonder if it really is a clock issue or not. Obviously, the software here lately is
we're not the only ones having issues.
No one's in mid-season form. YouTube isn't. The arena isn't. So everyone's having a conversation. So let's see if we can cue up the goals from tonight. We'll start out with the opening goal. And correct, the scoreboard's having technical difficulties. We'll take a look at the first goal of the night. That's Luke Backel dropping it off for Ben Johnson. Block shot from Tristan Tavicle, and Johnson follows it up and buries the rebound.
First as a skating rebel for Bryce Johnson.
And the next goal, another first. That's Oliver Band cutting outside, driving the net, putting it off the chest of Kabritsky, and Luke Baker follows it up and buries the rebound. And the latest goal in this game from Ben Oakland was on the power play. And Oakland redirected a puck in front past Doug Wakeland. So they're still trying to sort out the clock issues. And we'll see. We'll get the Ben Oakland replay queued up for you. And we'll take a look at that power play goal from Grand Canyon University. That shot from the point right through, and Oakland gets a stick on it, and it goes right through Doug Wakeland. And that goal drawing Grand Canyon University to within one in this goal, or in this game rather, excuse me.
And they've had some good chances in that first period, hit iron twice. Now they get within one, get that goose egg that's been hanging over their shoulder since last night because of the 1-0 shutout. And now they just had an opportunity not too long ago where they hit the iron for a third time. So they've run the bell 3 times now and 1 goal to show for it.
And yeah, this game is 2-1, and while we continue to wait, we're going to take a look at the UNLV Hockey Las Vegas Wranglers throwback jerseys they're wearing tonight. There's a live silent auction at 32auctions.com/Rebel Hockey. And if you have your mobile device handy with you, or a loved one has a mobile device with them, they can scan that very handy QR code on the screen, and they'll be taken directly to the auction link to make a bid in the silent auction on a game-worn jersey that you're seeing on the players right this second. So as we continue to try and sort out these clock issues at City National Arena, we're going to step away for a brief moment and hear from one of the team's partners. Stay with us.
The mountains are my favorite place to get away and be together. With Lazy Dog, I wanted to create that same experience for our guests. Whether you're meeting up for happy hour, getting the whole crew together to celebrate, or looking for a delicious dinner at home, we're your local spot. Great ingredients are at the heart of our scratch kitchen, so we look for partners that put the same care into their craft as we do. So stop by and get back to what really matters.
Experience the ultimate clean at Tommy's Express. Introducing our best wash, The Works, with underbody flush and ceramic body wax. Our specialized soap washes away salt, bugs, and bird droppings, and ceramic body wax protects your vehicle from the elements. Text the keyword on screen to 86697 to send a free month of our best wash, The Works, directly to your phone. Discover the Tommy's Express difference today. Offer valid for new guests only. Terms apply.
$40, that's it?
Yep, no mystery fees today. They actually told me what was wrong and fixed it fast. My wallet didn't even cry.
Sorry for being honest.
My car runs like new, my wallet is happy, and I've got money left for tacos. Thanks a lot, Vegas Bus and Auto.
Honest repairs, fair prices, zero shady surprises. Book your service today at vegasbusandauto.com.
Vince Sapienza here with Fox 5 and the Silver State Sports and Entertainment Network. Make sure you check out my show, Hockey in the Desert Weekly, the only show that highlights your 2025 ACHA National Champion Skating Rebels. From weekly highlights to features on players and staff, I sit down with a member of the Scarlet and Gray each and every week, so make sure you tune in to Hockey in the Desert Weekly every Wednesday at midnight right here on Fox 5 and throughout the week on the Silver State Sports and Entertainment Network.
All right, welcome back inside of City National Arena. We're still fixing the scoreboard. The DJ has Sweet Caroline going off. Sweet Caroline going through the sound system here, keeping the fans entertained. Everyone's trying to stay loose. Everyone's having a chat. So taking a look around the sporting world, I guess. The Golden Knights currently lead over the Calgary Flames at T-Mobile Arena about 20 minutes from here. 4-1 in the waning moments of the second period. Mitch Marner, the latest goal scorer, 5-1 Vegas now. That's the newest acquisition for the VGK. Nick Waugh heading to Toronto in exchange for Marner. Marner inking a huge 8-year contract extension. Jack Eichel inking a huge 8-year contract extension as well. So the VGK look like they have their core of the future. And sticking to the T-Mobile Arena region, per se, it's been a busy week for them. On Wednesday, you had the NBA preseason game, the Lakers and the Mavericks. And then the next night, you had the Bruins and Golden Knights game. The Bruins falling to the Knights 6-5 in regulation. And then the very next day, Toshiba Plaza playing host to the Las Vegas Aces Championship Parade. And AJ, that's why you weren't here last night. You're working at Channel 3, running audio for the parade.
Indeed.
While we were here grinding out a 1-0 game between GCU and UNLV. So lots of goings on. 5-1 in favor of the VGK. And it looks like they finally got the scoreboard fixed here at City National Arena. We're back underway.
We were running out of topics. I was getting ready to go around the ACHA.
Yeah, we were scratching our brains there for a moment. So everyone having a bit of software issues here tonight at CNA. But now we're finally back underway without the special UNLV scoreboard. We're rocking with the VGK Vegas-born background, usually used for tournaments here at City National Arena. It feels like we've been going on forever here tonight. It's been a very long night already. And we have still 5 minutes to go in the second period and another whole third period and maybe more hockey to be played, plus all of our post-game.
We don't need to put that in the air right now.
I didn't say the words. I didn't say the two words that you're thinking of. I just said maybe more hockey.
All right.
So D to D, we got Nagra to Asher Whites, who's stopped up by Schwartz. And that puck gets sent right back into the zone, and Wakeland comes out and tries to get it to Evan West. The linesman in the way, and a shot there gets blocked by the shin pad of Whites. Hayden Siegel in stride, sends to the left wing for West. West moves in, pulls up at the hash marks. UNLV with it down low. And a big-time collision in the corner. The Rebels still trying to keep the forecheck running, and they don't, but they stop it up at the red line. That was Dylan Gordon. Now we approach the final 4 minutes. And that puck is picked off by Bryce Johnson, who gets through traffic, shakes off Trichler, and falls to the ice. Loose puck in the slot, settled down. Mensch firing one in tight, doesn't make it on net. A good chance for Heath Mensch once again tonight. Now up top, another shot snipped out of the air by Kabritsky, 3:45 to go, and we got another stoppage.
Well, the hardest part of that extended stoppage that lasted what felt like 5+ minutes is the goalies have to stay warm.
They do.
And, you know, it's easier in between periods because mentally that's what you're used to. But in the middle of a period, a little bit harder to stay warm because you got to stay out on the ice and stretch out. And it's easy to get out of the zone that way. So we'll see if these goalies can find a way to lock back in and keep it strong between the pipes. We've already seen Kabritsky make a few saves. Wakeland, I believe, has one as well. A 2-1 game.
And GCU still looking to tie the game up. And here they have a chance to do it there, and the toe drag there from Nelson is broken up. They'll keep the zone and send it back in deep. There's Nelson with it again. Mensch in the corner, misplays the puck for a brief moment, plays it on the tape for Ban, and his touch pass rolls off the stick. And they'll play it for Dylan Kuntz behind his cage. Kuntz harassed by Hansen, and we have a penalty. And it's going to be Owen Hansen, the team's leading scorer for the Antelopes, going for a hold. So UNLV with a chance to kind of get some life back under them in this game on the man advantage with 2:50 to go in the middle frame.
Well, the energy is a little bit zapped out of this building after the stoppage and the GCU power play goal. Now UNLV special teams. Just the one goal so far in this season, but a small sample size. They had the power play earlier today. They got shut down immediately by the Bryce Johnson penalty. That put them to 4-on-4. We've already seen GCU striking the power play, so if UNLV can strike and get one back, make this a 2-goal game, get the energy back in this building.
Once again, Owen Hansen, 2 minutes for a hold. UNLV looking to get it going on the power play here. They're working it down low. Now back up top for Jackson Wyatt. He pumps from the point. Now on the left side. Shot there from Masick, and it just goes wide. Oh, Dylan Gordon. Rink wide feed from Backel, and that hits the side of the cage. Now Backel with it. D to D up top of the blue line. That's Gordon Wyatt who switches. Now down low, there's Backel with it. Backel shoots one, blocked in front, and Jackson Wyatt with patience at the blue line to play that on. Now down low, there's Masick with it. To Backel. Now Jackson Wyatt skating the blue line. Pirouettes, feeds to Backel at the top of the circle, and plays it down low for Masick. 55 seconds to go on the power play for UNLV. Masick still with it down low. He'll look. Top of the slot for Wyatt, who has it hop off his stick. Gordon, rink wide feed for Backel, and a shot, and that's blocked out in front. And a great blocking effort from Owen Legowski. And now one-time try for Gordon. It just hops out of the zone. A good effort from GCU on the penalty kill, staying with the Hatches bat down. And Legowski finds it again, and it skips out of the zone. Wakeland stops it in his own end. With 15 seconds to go on the power play. Now the final minute of the second period. Oliver Band up top going for a skate at the point. Now on the half wall, that's Mensch. Mensch looking, shoots through traffic, knocked down in front, fed to the goal mouth, and GCU finds it and clears it. Here's Owen Hansen fresh out of the box. Hansen moving on in, poke check, Wakeland sprawling out, and what an effort from Devin Nagar to tie up the GCU leading scorer with a yawning cage. And now here come the Rebels the other way with a possible 3-on-1, 3-on-2. Kelly from the left circle shoots one, save made. Kabritsky, and he'll freeze play. What a little bang-bang action there for both teams.
Oh, that'll get the crowd back into it. A great save by Wakeland. Almost overplayed it because they still had a chance with the cage wide open. Great defensive effort from UNLV, but back to the power play. A bit of a lackluster power play, if I say so myself. Passing was a little bit slower than I think UNLV would like. This GCU team is really trying to dig in and block those passing lanes, so if they can get quicker passes, get GCU defenders moving, I feel like they'd have more success, but a little bit slow in that area.
And GCU is letting the play come to them in the D zone rather than overplaying their passing lanes or trying to hop into shooting lanes too fast and getting burnt. They have a stoppage of play for a hand pass with 21.9 remaining, and Bryce Johnson didn't look too happy about that in the neutral zone.
So that's been GCU's game all weekend, is let the play come to them. Don't overplay it. Don't give them a free look. Get in their way. Make them earn it. Make them make a great play to get it by you. And you can get around that with some crisper passing, some quicker passing, and get the GCU defenders moving with the puck.
Now we have a final 15 seconds upon us here in the second period. Asher Whites plays it off the wall, but it's kept in the zone by Henriksen. Under 10 to go. And the final seconds ticking off here. Some bodies coming together in the corner. And there's a final horn for the second period, mercifully coming to an end after a handful of technical difficulties in that middle period. We have some chatting from Devin Nagra, excuse me, to Nelson, and we're gonna.
Hey, we'll see you in 15 minutes.
Yeah, we'll have a chance to step aside. We're gonna leave you with these images as we go to break for the second intermission, and that's gonna be Owen Hansen getting stuffed on the breakaway by Doug Wakeland, the flying poke check, and then what a play from Devin Nagra to tie up the leading scorer for the Antelopes with a wide open cage with his goalie down and out. So 40 minutes down, 20 or more to go. UNLV leads through 2. Make sure to stick with us. Bumpy ride to the finish coming right up.
I'm here with ACHA Whites. Now, ACHA, obviously some technical difficulties with the clock. What do you guys do to stay loose and try and still stay vigilant to win this game?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of just stay focused on the game on the bench, talk about what we're going to do next, and maybe go for a hot lap, nothing crazy. Just stay focused on the game, don't get distracted.
And then offensively, you guys are starting to get more pucks in the net. What are you seeing that GCU is giving you guys?
I mean, we got to go low, high, get the pucks in the middle, and just get it on net and crash the net. It's kind of the simple things. The overpassing doesn't really work, but the more pucks you put on net, the better chance you have to score.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dom and AJ, we'll send it back over to you guys.
Thank you, Kyle. And if you guys have stuck with us through the technical difficulties, thank you for sticking with us. On the call is myself, Dominic Waugh, joined by AJ Reed. Stats through 2. Shots are 18-16 in favor of UNLV. The score is 2-1 in favor of UNLV. The Rebels striking twice on the power play. GCU just wants some keys. UNLV keep it simple. GCU keep up the physicality. Taking a quick look on how we got here. The lone goal so far tonight for GCU, Ben Oakland on the power play. A shot coming from the point, finding its way through traffic, and Ben Oakland tipping it home. And then how we stayed at 2-1. This big time poke check and tie up from Devin Nagra late in the second period. The play coming the other way. The leading scorer, Owen Hansen, on a breakaway all alone, fresh off of a penalty kill. Big poke check from Wakeland and a big-time tie-up from Devin Nagra, the sophomore defenseman, to keep Hansen from getting a clean look on the yawning cage, with Wakeland not having his goal stick.
That's a bigger play for Nagra there, honestly, keeping him off the puck, because Wakeland was not in position, and Hansen still had a shot if he was able to get a stick on the puck there. So Nagra being able to keep him off, that's a huge defensive play, keeping this thing up 2-1.
UNLV looking to close this game out and remain perfect on the year. Here's Oliver Band, backhand try. Looked like it went off the side of the net. GCU can't get it out, turn back towards the net and deflect it up out of play for an early whistle in the third. So the Skating Rebels looking ahead, head to ASU next week, AJ, on the road. And looking historically at the Rebels, it feels like they usually struggle in Arizona, whether it's against GCU as of late, Arizona, or ASU. They just usually struggle. Maybe it's some bus legs. I'm not sure what you want to call that.
Well, I would think I would circle the Thursday game happening at 12 p.m. because the night before they play 8:15. So
Brutal
quick turnaround on the road. If they're going to drop one, I think that's the one I would say. But you don't know until the game's played, right?
Exactly. Both of those games will be streamed on the Arizona State Hockey YouTube channel next Wednesday and Thursday. Some midweek WCHL action between ASU and UNLV. The last time those two teams played, it was a spirited series. There's a lot of push-in, shove-in, some scrums here and there. A growing rivalry in the WCHL for sure. A shot from just outside, directed aside by Wakeland. GCU setting up shop in the offensive zone. As Jaquette worked wide. His man looked like Ukele. And now on the left wing half wall, GCU still with possession. Now West with it, sends it into the zone, almost gloved by Kabritsky. That gets pitched back up for UNLV and sent back into the zone by Oliver Band. Ryder McIntosh gives chase. Jaquette picks it up behind his own cage and spins it back for Ukele, his defense partner. Now Jaquette airmails it to the red line, gloved down by Ford. And Ford scoops it in on the backhand. So UNLV looking like they're trying to wear down GCU with the constant dump and chase and putting bodies on Antelope players deep into the zone.
Yeah, make GCU earn this offensive ice time as much as you can. Because at the end of the day, the clock is not on their side. They need a goal to tie this up. And if they're working hard to get it out of the zone, then that's less time they have to settle in.
I mean, we've seen twice so far this weekend. UNLV didn't need much time. He's here with Mensch with a drive. Pad save Kabritsky. A pair of goals coming in the final minute of a period. And one of them yesterday, the game winner from Jackson Wyatt, coming in the final seconds. Now fed towards the net. That's blocked by the shin pad of Backel. Now up top, Nagra to White, shooting one, deflected on, but into the chest of Kabritsky, who frees play. So the faceoff's going to come out to the left of Dimitro Kabritsky. He's been making a lot of good saves all weekend long, keeping this number 10 ranked team in the game. Now Kelly, Mason Kelly, sockers it along to himself, tried to feed it to Carollo, doesn't get there, bouncing puck on the right wing boards for GCU is picked up by Nelson, who skates it in. The pair of players go down in a heap in the corner. That's Mason Kelly is one of them who's favoring his right leg. He's going to get changed up. That's off the twig of Siegel. Kabritsky comes out to play it and knifes it into the corner. And Joey Carollo gets tripped up. And UNLV is going to the power play and a bit of a lineup change here. Joey Carollo moving from the blue line up to being a forward. So it's going to be a tripping minor. It's going to be on Spencer Lund.
Well, the last time we saw UNLV on the power play, it was a bit lackluster. Not a lot of shots. Really slow-moving offense.
You're going to get another crack at it here. Mason Kelly, who's favoring his right leg, back out there on the man advantage. A shot from Heath Mensch goes up into the protective netting. So the faceoff looks like it's going to go out to the left of Dimitro Kabritsky. Mason Kelly is going to dig in once again on the man advantage. So the power play unit, Ryder McIntosh, Mason Kelly, Oliver Bannon, Heath Mensch with Devin Nagra on the back end as well. And two Rebels go down to start this power play. The linesman in the way of everything there. And
they were in the way in the other period, too, if you remember. UNLV had a clearing chance. They got stuck on their skate. And
I think it was the same linesman as well.
GCU was able to get it back in the zone.
So the faceoff's going to come just outside the UNLV offensive zone. Jacobsma and Kelly dig in. Kelly wins the draw, and he'll hop on that loose puck himself and direct it towards the goal line. McIntosh gets canceled out. Kelly still with it on the blue line. Nagra with a drive, tipped on, and a trapper save by Kabritsky. Nagra, point-to-point McIntosh now from the circle. Nagra up top, surveying the ice. Nagra with a lot of footwork, going for a skate with it. Up top, Mensch from the high slots. McIntosh from the dot, shooting one, blocked aside, loose puck out in front. Everyone trying to find it. It gets directed out by Jacobsma. And fresh PK unit coming on for GCU, a fresh power play unit coming on for UNLV a minute to go in the man advantage.
A little bit more urgency from UNLV on this power play compared to their last one.
And they're going to try and wind up a rush here again. It's going to be sent into the zone by Johnson. Played up for Dylan Gordon from the half wall. Gordon to Wyatt. That's Jackson Wyatt. D for Gordon from the high slot. Gordon looks. Leaves it for Wyatt. D back to Gordon. To the dot for Backel. Pad save. Backel picking up his loose puck. Up for Gordon. Masick. Now Wyatt up top. Wyatt looking. Dylan Gordon now from the top of the right wing circle. Gordon to Backel. Catches that pass. Backel going for a skate. Drops it off for Wyatt with a drive through traffic. Directed up into the netting. So a handful of good looks for UNLV on that power play. 6 seconds to go on the man advantage. GCU doing what they did last night really well, and that's getting in the shooting lanes.
Yeah, and they're doing a really good job of it in this penalty kill, not giving UNLV a lot of clean looks. And the clean looks that UNLV have gotten, really easy saves for Kubritsky. Trying to keep this a one-goal game.
So we play on. Grand Canyon University set to get back to full strength, and they do. It's Masick with it now from below the goal line. Charlie Masick drops it off for Wyatt, who steers one on, and it gets blocked aside by Kubritsky. Wyatt finds the loose puck, can't dangle through Owen Hansen, and Nelson plays it to the right wing side and intended for Thomas, and it doesn't get there. Under 13 and a half to go in the third period of play. There's Bryce Johnson with it with a goal tonight. Dumps it off for Masick. Masick moved on in, tries to get it to Johnson just between the wickets. Bryce Johnson driving the back post, looking for his second of the game.
And if you would have gotten a stick on that one, would have been number 2 for sure.
What a pass from Charlie Masick. Trying to go freshman to freshman. Played down low. There's Hayden Siegel. Can't get it to the slot. That gets rimmed back into the zone. There's Joey Carollo once again moving up from defenseman to forward. Not the first time we've seen that. Evan Layden pokes that away from Hayden Siegel when he starts it out and chips it in. Doesn't get too far into the zone, though. UNLV trying to get possession. They don't, and it gets sent back in by Caden Hendrickson. Now here's Charlie Masick with it again. Rink wide to the center for Siegel. Bounces off of his stick, and it gets directed off the wall and down the length of the ice. Icing's waved off. Misplaying the puck there for UNLV was Oliver Van. Here comes GCU the other way. Moving on and centering try. Loose puck out in front. Still loose. Everyone looking for it. They can't find it, and it gets sent up to the point. Kept in the zone by Trichler. Another shot goes off the end boards. Trichler with it now and gets sent to the ice by Oliver Bandit as he was falling down. And now here comes UNLV trying to start it out. But it's going to get sent right back into the zone, so a great shift there from the Antelopes.
Yeah, sigh of relief there for UNLV. What a chance. Feigning on the...
And a turnover out front and a shot after the whistle. That's going to draw the ire of Dylan Kuntz. So there's already going to be a penalty. That's Braden Husby who let that shot go off of the after the whistle, rather.
It's one of those when you see the puck coming at you like that, no one in front of you, take a shot at the goal. Unfortunately for GCU, that shot won't ever count.
The penalty's going to be on Tommy Wardis for a trip. So UNLV an ever important power play at this stage in the game.
Yeah, it looked a little bit better on their last power play for sure. And more importantly, GCU had a lot of offensive momentum going right there that has been completely killed because of the power play for UNLV now.
A bit of an aggressive penalty kill so far. Evan Layden getting deep in the forecheck. Loose puck out in front. Everyone whacking at a yelling cage. They shoot, they score. Grand Canyon University tying the game up, but no. And it's going to be waved off. That's Braden Husby once again who fired it after the whistle. He thought he scored and tied the game up shorthanded, but it's waved off immediately And the official coming to talk to the coaching staff. We got a replay, so loose puck out in front. It was misplayed by Devin Nagar. It looks like Wakeland didn't even know where it was. He drops in the butterfly. That was a shot from in tight by Jacobsma. Loose puck. Jacobsma goes careening into the net. Husby finds it and just grips and rips it. And he sellies hard, but it looks like it's going to be goaltender interference with Jacobsma going crashing into Doug Wakeland.
Well, aggressive penalty kill unit there by GCU going out there getting that one. The replay a big help showing us what was going on there. I didn't see goaltender interference at first. Now after the replay, I definitely see it.
Yeah, I didn't peep that at first, but our new fangled replay machine paying dividends already tonight. So we play on. No shorthanded goal against for UNLV. A bit of a sigh of relief there. Now GCU looking to avenge that no goal call. Shorthanded, just about 40 seconds gone on the penalty. Now here comes UNLV. That's Bryce Johnson from the left wing who chips it in. That gets sent way up high and out of the zone. That was Dylan Gordon looking like he was trying to leap up and keep that in with the glove. No such success.
GCU is flying right now all over the ice.
GCU
really.
is absolutely flying everywhere. You can tell they're feeling it. They really want to score. They had a few scoring opportunities. 2 goals now waved off. So they're out for blood and for the tie in this hockey game.
And they had some really good looks before the power play came out. And then what a great look on the penalty kill. And yeah, you can really tell the team going out there feeling it. They're hustling. Feels like there's 6 GCU players out there right now instead of 4.
Final 20 seconds of the man advantage for UNLV. Take it off. On the right side, Kelly to the center. McIntosh. And now a bench. Bench from the slot. Shoots one. Knocked down in front and directed it to the half wall. Trenchler canceled out by Band, and that gets lifted out of the zone. And GCU back to full strength. Big penalty kill for the Antelopes. And a bit of a miscommunication. Nagra looks like he wanted to find Hayden Siegel, who got changed up late. And UNLV ices the puck.
Well, I'd say GCU survived that power play, but they more so commanded that power play, getting better looks than GCU did. There's the Bryce Johnson goal that got us going.
The hustle play. And the goal that put us up 2-0 earlier in the frame. That was Luke Baker, his first as a Rebel. That was Ben Oakland's tying or lone goal for GCU so far tonight. A big time poke check from Doug Wakeland. And the no goal call. That we had there. And we're back going. And a big collision in the corner, a pair of collisions there. Now here comes UNLV. That's Dylan Gordon moving on in. Gordon centering try on the backhand for Kelly. Kelly down low for Dylan Gordon. Now West for Kelly once again. Kelly peeling from below the goal line. He steers it up top on the backhand and offsides. So looks like we got a penalty. It's going to be on Hayden Siegel for interference. So an ever important power play coming up for GCU.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this one, how they played on that penalty kill and how they played right before that. Lopes were flying all over the ice, getting good looks. They had the shorthanded goal waved off, so they're obviously feeling it right now. And now they got the man advantage.
That gets skied out of the zone already. So UNLV's starting to kill off strong. Now here comes GCU the other way. They get stacked up on the left side boards, and that gets sent out of the zone by the Rebels once again. Dimitro Kabritsky stops it behind for Gavin Ukele to wind up a rush. Dumps it off to Jacobs Mo on the right wing. He cuts inside, dips it off for the right wing for Dolan. Drop pass Ukele. Now back up top, Ukele. Look in. One-time drive from the dot. Whistles the net wide. And that gets sent right back into the zone. Already just over a minute gone on the GCU power play. Not much going so far for them. Under 7 minutes to go now. Played around the high glass, not settled down. Here's Mason Kelly now, short-handed, gain in the zone against Hansen. Kelly takes a spill. That gets sent in. Final 15 seconds now. UNLV doing a good job clogging the middle. 5 seconds to go on the Hayden Siegel interference minor. And UNLV is back to full strength. Here's Thomas. On the tape on the left wing side, stick save Wakeland, who holds for a whistle.
Well, outstanding penalty kill by UNLV there. I don't know if you know if GCU got a shot off. They might have gotten one, but great way to respond. GCU was bringing a lot of energy in the early part of this period, had a great offensive chance. Then they get shorthanded, have the shorthanded goal waved off. Now they get a chance at the power play, and they put up a goose egg on shots. Way to bunker down by UNLV and make them earn it.
And shot just goes wide of the point, or from the point rather. Under 6 to go in the third period of play. Once again, the goal scorers, Bryce Johnson and Luke Baker for UNLV, and Ben Oakland for GCU. As Peltier plays it up. Johnson finds it with a drive, blocks in front, and Johnson finds it, gloves the puck down. Centering try, stopped by the stick of Kabritsky. Good effort for the GCU netminder to stick the paddle out and break up that centering pass. Play it off the net. Johnson up top. D to D, there's Nagra shooting one, tipped in a pad save. Played to the open ice. Backel steers to the open ice. Whacked on by Mensch, but it gets blocked in front by Ukele. Now Backel for Wyatt. D to D to Ford. Ford tried to play it to the stick of Band. Got there barely. UNLV keeping possession. That's Wyatt playing it off a kick plate and down low for Band. Oliver Band on the tape. Masick moving on in. Loose puck is frozen by Kabritsky. It's Charlie Masick.
Well, that one was fluttering a little bit. Bit of a tough save.
So Heath Mensch parking at Peltier the whole way to the box. He's going for a trip. We have a timeout on the ice. I believe it was UNLV who took the timeout. Anthony Maneri Greener wanting to talk things over with his group. Pivotal power play. 4.5 to go. Shots are 27-21 in favor of UNLV. They just lead 2-1.
Why not take the timeout? Can't take him with you. Pivotal power play, like you mentioned, Dom. Want to make sure you get your best look out there.
100% drop, maybe a set face-off play to generate a scoring chance or kind of calm your guys down and be like, hey, all right, it's 2-1, 4.5 to go. A lot of this group has been there, been in the national championship game, been in closer games and faced more adversity. So really what a privilege it is to face this kind of adversity early in the season and kind of get used to things and settle in. It really shows you what your group's made of in the early stages.
Well, I feel like we've seen the Bryce Johnson line. That line's been really buzzing this game.
They've been on the ice a lot.
And it looks like that is the line we're going to see with Jackson Wyatt out there as well.
Power play 1. And his line is, in fact, staying out there.
Why not?
It's been generating a lot of offense so far tonight. The power play for UNLV is underway at a critical stage of the game. And already a puck out of play, and it looks like a fan's getting a souvenir in the front row of the red line, so
that's how you get those seats, right? Free merchandise.
Always nice and always lucky. Centering out front, loose puck by Masick. He doesn't get there. Kabritsky falls over for a brief moment. He's back up. Now Masick back down low. The official gets bumped by Bryce Johnson there, and he's back up. And here comes GCU the other way from the left wing. And that rush is broken up, and puck skitters free to neutral ice and settled down by Ukele. And Ukele just skies that one from his own goal line, and onto the backhand of Devin Nagro with a minute to go on the power play. He'll survey the ice. Now Mensch plays it through. He knifes it on. Whacked at by Ban. It goes just wide. Oliver Ban with a good scoring chance there. 40 seconds to go now. The UNLV man advantage. On the tape, Kelly to Ban. Up top, Mensch looking. There's Nagra, quarterback of the power play. Mensch from the face-off dot. Back up to the point, Nagra. Top of the left circle. McIntosh back to Nagra. McIntosh from the dot. Now Nagra. Top of the circle, he'll skate to the blue line. He'll still skate with it, about 15 to go. Nagra with a drive, misses the net wide. Now on the left wing boards, directed in by McIntosh. 10 to go now in the power play. UNLV keeping the zone still. Loose puck on the half wall, everyone digging for it. Everyone's still tied up. GCU back to full strength. Here's Nagra from the point, letting one go. Blocked by Tristan Tabacle, who starts it out and chips it into the zone. GCU's going to give chase with under 2.5 remaining. A big kill from the Antelopes. Now Jackson Wyatt under siege. Plays it down low for Dylan Gordon. Gordon now off the glass and up ice. Joey Corolla with a stick lift. No arm raise on the official. We'll play on. That's steered around the wall. Ben Oakland, the goal scorer for GCU, sending that one up ice. Dylan Kuntz can't settle that hopping puck down. And now another bouncing puck settled down by Joey Corolla. Partial 2-on-1. Corolla looking. Centering try. Masick tries to put one on, and a sprawling save by Kabritsky. What a stop by the GCU netminder with a minute and a half to go. And now here comes Hansen, the leading goal scorer. Driving the net. Hansen moving on in. Misses the net just wide. What a chance for Owen Hansen. Dmitro Kabritsky sprints into the bench. Empty net for the Antelopes. And the extra attacker's on for GCU. Now we approach a final minute. UNLV with possession, up ice on the right wing for Backel, and a big-time play from Thomas to keep that scoring chance from developing the final minute. And now we have a penalty called on UNLV, an absolute gut-wrenching call if you're the Skating Rebels with 47.5 to go. We're going to await the sentencing. It looks like Hayden Siegel is a guilty party. Timeout GCU. And it's going to be a slash on Hayden Siegel. All right, so
we got action.
We do have action. 47.5 to go. GCU on the power play. Hayden Siegel for a slash. So we're looking at a 6-on-4 more than likely here. So UNLV is going to have to gut this one out.
Yeah, and it's a GCU team that's been flying over the ice this third period. Shorthanded goal waved off, like we mentioned earlier, for goalie interference. And earlier in the game, they've hit the post 3 times so far. So they're getting pucks on net. They're getting them in dangerous situations. They just got to find the net. And that's the most important part of getting a goal.
Definitely just, if you put a puck on net or put it towards the net, you have a chance to score. And it's going to be interesting to see off this offensive zone draw, 6-on-4 draw for GCU, to see if they're going to spray and pray and just throw shots at the net and see if it works, because the rebounds have been working for UNLV, or if they're going to search for the perfect shooting window.
Might try and do something like their Ben Oakland goal earlier, the tip in on the power play. Another similar situation awaits them. Oakland over there on the right wing for the face-off draw.
Both teams rallying, or both benches rallying their teams. We're back underway with under a minute to go here. Face-off won by GCU, 6-on-4 for the final 40. GCU on the power play. Hayden Siegel went for interference. Here comes Nash Jakozma. Drive the net. Up top, Thomas from the top of the circle. Shooting one through traffic. It hits a high glass and rims around to the left wing boards. That gets played in and gloved down by Nagra. Kelly bumps his man. Streaking to the net is Thomas. Now GCU from below the goal line. Final 15. Thomas from the high slot. He pirouettes. He leaves that one. Return past Thomas. He looks. He shoots and into the high glass, and it rims around. Final 5 seconds to go. Ben Oakland looking for a second. He drives a slot. Blocked in front by Kelly. Final 3. Another try from Hansen. Doesn't get there. Another try, and it doesn't go. UNLV guts out back-to-back 1-goal wins over GCU. And barely, once again, the Rebs stay perfect.
Well, wipe the sweat off your brow. Breathe that sigh of relief if you're UNLV, escaping the 6-on-4 at the end of the game there. Not able to clear the zone a single time. Wakeland standing tall between the pipes, holding down the blue paint. They did try the spray and pray method, not hitting the goal except for that one time, I think. The rebound chance that came at the end of the game. But resilient win for UNLV tonight.
Absolutely.
They saw a really good GCU team play today.
Absolutely, and it just goes to show how well GCU has grown, and how much they've grown in the most recent years. So both teams shaking hands at center ice. And UNLV shaking hands with the GCU coaching staff. Once again, we're going to play up the highlights from this game. UNLV gutting out a close 2-1 win. There's the first of the night. Bryce Johnson, his first as a Rebel. And then the second of the night, Luke Baker on a rebound. Thanks to Oliver Band's effort. And then Ben Oakland scoring the lone goal on the power play for the Antelopes. And then this one, AJ, might be one of the turning points. Owen Hansen, the leading scorer for GCU, stuffed by Devin Nagra. And the flying poke check of Doug Wakeland to keep it out. And then you have the no goal call for Braden Husby. And how different this game could have been if that goal counted. We could have been very well going to overtime. And the final sequence from City National Arena. Ben Oakland drive the net. And a big-time block from Mason Kelly to keep this game at 2-1, and the horn sounds on the penalty kill. So once again, these two teams duking it out, but UNLV getting the best of them as they come together in prayer after the game is up. And we're going to let you all go. After an exhilarating weekend of hockey, UNLV sweeping GCU on the weekend, picking up the 2-1 win here tonight at City National Arena. UNLV's back in action in Tempe against ASU on Wednesday and Thursday. Next week, some midweek hockey. Those games broadcasted on the ASU YouTube channel. But on behalf of myself, AJ Reed, Bo Kennedy, Jack Bridges, Rolando Guerrero, Zoe Salas, who's up in Boise, and our newbie, Marcus, who's running the broadcast tonight. What's your last name, man? I never got your last name yet. What's that again? Bray? Marcus Bray, our new director. We're getting the last name. We're getting familiarized with everybody and everyone else here, the media team of the UNLV hockey. We'd like to thank you for tuning in. Say goodnight from City National Arena, and we'll see you in just a few weeks. Take care and brush your hair.